I usually stay out of these conversations, but with Caitlin Clark, I can't stay silent anymore.
But my first inclination is to say that this person is not a female. Firstly, because this was actually posted to Brittney's personal Instagram.
Hello, and welcome back, everyone. I hope you're all doing great. Today, I'm back with another exciting WNBA update that I think you'll really enjoy, so make sure you stay with me until the very end. And if you're a true Caitlin Clark fan, drop CC 100% in the comments so I know you're part of the community. Now, without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into today's story. What happens when one of basketball's greatest legends sees the WNBA's brightest young star repeatedly caught up in controversial situations? That's exactly why Michael Jordan's alleged comments about Brittney Griner and Caitlin Clark have sparked major discussion across the basketball world. But first, let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen a young superstar receive this much attention and physical pressure so early in a professional career? After watching the Connecticut Sun game, many believe Michael Jordan's view of the situation changed dramatically. According to the claims, one part of his reaction has especially drawn attention from fans following Caitlin Clark's career. Michael Jordan knows what it's like to be the biggest star in a league filled with elite athletes. During the 1980s, opponents often tried to challenge him physically because they couldn't stop his skill and basketball IQ. That's why his perspective has become such a major talking point. According to the reports, he believes there's a clear difference between tough championship basketball and actions that cross the line. One quote being widely shared claims he called it one of the most disappointing things he'd seen on a basketball court in years. You heard that right. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 90% of viewers still haven't subscribed. It's completely free and only takes a second, but it really helps support the channel. So, have you subscribed yet? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now, let's get back to today's video.
As far as I understand, it's mostly women without penises, but I leave that to you to figure it. Well, it's actually a little unclear because this Brittney Griner, a lot of people think she's a dude. But in any event, Brittney Griner is a black basketball player who some people think is a man.
The video shows a glimpse of what life was like for WNBA star Brittney Griner inside Russian prison. She spent her days carrying fabric because she was too tall to sit at the sewing tables where other prisoners worked. Her bed was too small for her 6'9" frame. Griner was arrested back in February for traveling with hashish oil, a substance banned in Russia. She was sentenced to 9 years in prison in August. Her release part of a prisoner swap for Victor Bout, a convicted Russian arms.
When Michael Jordan reportedly saw the footage involving Brittney Griner and Caitlin Clark, he reacted immediately. He spent his career battling some of the NBA's toughest defenders, including players like Dennis Rodman and Bill Laimbeer. So few people understand true competitive basketball better than he does. But even then, many claims suggested he believed the play crossed the line of sportsmanship. According to those reports, what stood out most to him was the timing of the contact. His comments quickly became a major talking point across the basketball world. Jordan was said to have raised an issue many fans had already been discussing, but few high-profile figures had openly addressed. In the reported remarks, he argued that taking shots at a player who isn't expecting contact isn't the same as playing championship-level defense. Jordan often spoke about how physical the NBA was during his era, but he believed competition should still have limits. If you challenged someone, you did it face-to-face, not when they were vulnerable. That's reportedly what frustrated him most about the incident. The conversation intensified even further after Brittney Griner's public response. Rather than acknowledging she may have gone too far, reports claimed she suggested the criticism from fans and media was unfair, saying, "Damned if I do, damned if I don't." According to the reports, that only strengthened Jordan's reaction. He has long believed that true champions accept responsibility for their actions, especially when another player's safety is involved. Observers claimed he viewed that response as something he'd seen before from athletes who couldn't match elite talent on the court. Supporters of Clark also pointed to what they believe makes her special: her basketball IQ, clutch shooting, and ability to elevate everyone around her. At the same time, many argued it's concerning that she often has to focus on physical play instead of simply playing basketball. The reported comments suggested that targeting a player rather than matching their skill set's a poor example for the sport. Jordan also reportedly compared Clark's experience to the physical challenges he faced early in his own career, noting that she is dealing with intense attention while carrying the expectations of becoming one of the league's biggest stars. Some reports even claimed he warned that if the WNBA failed to address incidents involving its top players, it could send the wrong message to younger athletes watching the game. According to those claims, basketball should teach skill, discipline, and sportsmanship, not shortcuts or unnecessary physical play. Perhaps the biggest takeaway from the reported remarks was Jordan's confidence in Clark's future. He allegedly said adversity would only make her stronger, and that every challenge would motivate her to prove herself through talent. He also reportedly described the WNBA as being at a crossroads. Either protect and promote its biggest stars or risk damaging the league's long-term growth. Whether those reported comments accurately reflect Jordan's views or not, they've fueled one major question among fans. Will the WNBA take stronger steps to protect its biggest stars, or will debates like this continue to shape the conversation around the league? Now it's your turn to join the conversation. What do you think about the reports surrounding Michael Jordan's criticism of Brittney Griner's actions? Do you think he was too harsh, or do you believe his concerns were justified? More importantly, do you think the WNBA will eventually take stronger steps to protect its biggest stars? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because I read every single one of them. And if you enjoy basketball analysis that cuts through the noise and explores the biggest stories in the game, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Whether you agree with the reported comments or not, they've sparked a much bigger conversation. This is no longer just about one game, one hard foul, or one controversial moment. It's about the future of women's basketball, the standards the league wants to uphold, and how its biggest stars are treated under the spotlight. Since entering the WNBA, Caitlin Clark has carried expectations few athletes have ever faced. Every game she plays is watched by millions, every highlight is celebrated, and every setback becomes a headline. At the same time, veteran players continue to compete at the highest level, bringing years of experience, toughness, and pride to the court. The challenge for the WNBA is balancing physical competition with player safety and consistency. Fans want rivalries, intensity, and great basketball, but they also expect fairness and respect. Because Michael Jordan knows what it means to perform under enormous pressure, the reported remarks have fueled debate across the basketball world. Throughout his legendary career, he battled some of the toughest defenders in NBA history, and many believe his message was about protecting the integrity of the game rather than creating controversy. Whether you fully agree with that perspective or not, one thing is certain: the discussion isn't going away. Fans, analysts, former players, and media personalities continue debating whether officials should be more consistent, whether the league should issue tougher penalties, or whether physical play is simply part of professional basketball. Through it all, Caitlin Clark has continued focusing on basketball. She keeps showing up, competing, and proving why so many believe she's one of the brightest stars in the sport. Her resilience remains one of the biggest reasons fans continue to support her. Meanwhile, the WNBA is receiving more attention than ever before. Arenas are filling, television audiences continue to grow, and new fans are discovering women's basketball every season. Every game now carries extra attention. Every controversial play is examined, and every officiating decision becomes part of the conversation. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think Michael Jordan's reported comments reflect the current state of the league? Is the WNBA doing enough to protect its biggest stars while still allowing physical, competitive basketball? And what long-term impact do you think this situation could have on Brittney Griner, Caitlin Clark, and the league as a whole? Leave your thoughts in the comments, because respectful discussion is what makes this community great, and your opinion could be featured in a future video. If you enjoyed today's breakdown and want more WNBA news, Caitlin Clark updates, NBA legend reactions, and in-depth basketball analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another upload. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.